Imagine this. The world you see, touch, and trust might be nothing more than computer code. Welcome back to EverCurious, where today we tackle the simulation hypothesis, the idea that we might all be living inside an incredibly advanced program. Philosopher Nick...
EverCurious, learn what you love.
Philosopher Nick Bostrom sparked debate in 2003 with his famous trilemma. Either civilizations never reach the point of creating conscious simulations, or they reach it but refuse, or they do it, and we are almost certainly in one. This isn't just sci-fi speculation. Scientists and philosophers have been pushing, testing, and debating this possibility for decades. So let's peel back reality and see how deep this rabbit hole goes. So what exactly is the simulation hypothesis? It proposes that everything we perceive, our environment, our bodies, even our memories, could be part of a vast digital construction. There are versions. Maybe we're biological beings plugged into a system like the Matrix. Or maybe we're fully digital, with our consciousness generated by lines of code. The core claim: future civilizations, with enough power and tech, could simulate not just worlds but minds. If they do it often, simulated beings might outnumber real ones, and chances are we're inside one. It is both chilling and fascinating, and forces us to question what we mean by real. Let's break down Bostrom's 3 options. 1. Most civilizations self-destruct before building ancestor simulations. 2. Civilizations survive, but have no interest in simulating their past. 3. Many civilizations do run these simulations, and the simulated beings vastly outnumber the originals. If number 3 is true, then statistically, odds tilt toward us being simulated. What is striking is that Bostrom doesn't insist we are in one, only that one of these outcomes must hold. It's a probabilistic argument, not a conspiracy theory. That nuance is why many academics actually take this hypothesis seriously, rather than dismissing it outright. The idea of doubting reality isn't new. Plato's allegory of the cave pictures humans chained, seeing shadows, mistaking them for reality. Centuries later, Descartes imagined an evil demon tricking our senses, making falsehoods seem real. Bishop Berkeley argued existence itself depends on being perceived. The simulation hypothesis is the digital age version of these age-old puzzles. Instead of shadows or demons, we imagine hyper-advanced computers. Is philosophy updated for the age of artificial intelligence, quantum physics, and high-tech computing? So in a way, we've always suspected that reality might not be what it seems. Supporters of the hypothesis point to 3 big things. Asterisk tech growth. Our VR and AI evolve at breakneck pace. Future tech could run entire universes. Statistics. If advanced civilizations exist, it's likely many simulations already outnumber base realities. Physics hints. Some laws look oddly coded, like how quantum mechanics quantizes things, resembling pixels of reality. Scientists have even suggested looking for signs, like constraints or anomalies in physical laws that might expose shortcuts in a simulated environment. It's not proof, but it shows the idea is more than late-night speculation. But not everyone is convinced. Critics say simulating a universe would demand impossible amounts of energy and processing power. A 2025 Astrophysics paper even argues that running a low-resolution model of our cosmos would exceed feasible energy limits. Others argue the hypothesis can be falsified. If simulators hide evidence, how could we ever prove or disprove it? There's also the consciousness gap. Even if you model a brain, does that mean the being is truly conscious, or just mimicking it? These challenges highlight why many scientists view the simulation hypothesis as intriguing philosophy, not practical science. New studies are sharpening the debate. In 2022, researchers suggested looking for anomalies in quantum behavior as potential tells of a simulation. In 2025, astrophysicists showed energy constraints make simulating universes highly unlikely if simulators follow physics like ours. Others explore informational laws, like Melvin Vopson's speculative infodynamics, claiming information itself behaves like physical matter. None of these findings prove or disprove the hypothesis, but they give us testable edges: cosmic rays, quantum noise, information entropy. They turn abstract speculation into frameworks scientists can probe, keeping the question alive in mainstream research. If we are simulated, what about consciousness and free will? Could beings made of code still feel joy, pain, love? Some philosophers like David Chalmers argue yes, experiences are real if they are subjectively real to us, regardless of substrate. Free will might still exist, depending on whether simulators allow randomness or self-generating processes. Then there's meaning. Does it all collapse if we're simulated? Maybe not. Our joys, struggles, and relationships feel authentic, even if pixels power them. The hypothesis doesn't destroy meaning. It just reshapes how we think about purpose and existence. If simulations exist, there are ethical nightmares. Would running simulations where conscious beings suffer be moral? If we're simulated, our suffering is real to us, regardless of its digital base. The hypothesis can also cause existential dread. If reality is fake, why bother? But others argue it should fuel curiosity, not despair. There are also risks of distraction. People dismissing real problems like climate change because it's just code. These dangers remind us, whether base or simulated, we must still treat our world as real, because to us it is. So, are we living in a simulation? Right now, the evidence is inconclusive. Bostrom's trilemma makes it plausible. Physics constraints make it questionable. Some scientists explore tests. Others dismiss it as unfalsifiable. But one thing's certain. The question forces us to think deeply about reality, technology, and meaning. Even if we are in a simulation, our lives matter, our choices, emotions, and connections are still genuine to us. Maybe that's the ultimate takeaway. Whether reality is biological or digital, the meaning we create inside it is no less real. Thanks for watching EverCurious. Stay curious, and see you next time.